Now, before we jump into kind of our final topic as we wrap up today's show, which is going to be focusing on Yoshi P's Ninja Turtle t-shirt and our job predictions, what we think is going to be coming from that. Azure says they need to put 11 in the gold saucer, which we're getting the Fall Guys thing. Yoshi P talked about trying to bring the pixel remasters actually into the game and the challenge that poses. And I think essentially that would be pretty wild to have, that ability.
Snowboarding last expansion.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah. Snowboarding. So who knows? Like, obviously, it seems like they're continuing to expand on these things. But I just was like, wanted to highlight that. How wild would it be? So if you guys have a thought on 11 in the gold saucer being as a part of our 11 talk, be sure to sound off below on that. Now, as we talk about the Yoshi P Ninja Turtle t-shirt, you and I haven't talked about what this could mean. What jobs do you get from this? I've loved all the speculation online. It's been wonderful because this shirt in and of itself, I feel like it's talking to two jobs. I don't think this shirt represents one job. I think it's the bigger hint for both. So what, man, I don't know. What do you want versus what do you think is really going to happen?
I don't know. My favorite responses when I was walking through FanFest and was just listening to people was, I thought it was this job, and then they showed the t-shirt, and here is why the thing I thought is true now. So like they've just like totally post-rationalized. So there's no like, let me come at this totally open-minded and see what we come up with and leave my prediction. It's like, no, I thought it was this, and how can I twist that t-shirt into being the thing that I want it to be? I predicted Corsair and that we were going to Mercidia. They showed the ocean in the trailer. I was like, we're going to Mercidia. We are not going to Mercidia. And so I thought maybe it could still be Corsair. I don't see any reason it can't, but I really don't have, like, if I look at the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle t-shirt and I try to be open-minded about that, I don't end up coming with Corsair.
Yeah.
Granted, I did not get that Spider-Man was samurai. That was a stretch for me. That like, it's like what's Sam Raimi, and if you pronounce samurai in Japanese, it's samurai, and it's like, oh, come on, guys. Like, this is far. So there's people who are like reading the abbreviations on the t-shirt and like moving the letters around, and like, unless Nicolas Cage is going to come out and explain this to me, I don't think I'm going to quite get the jump. But I think that, my it definitely feels like a hint towards the melee job.
So I think the ninja gives that it's sharing the gear with ninja.
The scouting,
yeah. So
which is good. They've been a loner.
Yeah, they've been a loner.
Yeah,
that makes sense. Melee.
Non-Omni 90s. I apologize if you like melee.
I do feel that the trailer gives a hint towards the job. He's covered in a cloak, and thus essentially I could see him being. Why am I drawing a blank? The Corsair. I was like, and what they haven't shown is that he has like maybe a gun. So Corsair it could be a sword and gun wielding class. The opposite of Red Mage, where you're up close and personal, and then you jump out and blast him with a gun and jump back in. I could see how that being the case. Obviously, the Spanish Chatorga being Pirate Haven or something like that.
Kojin are the turtles in game, and the Kojin do have like a form of magic that they can use, because I was sitting at dinner with Eorzean Archives and I was like, what are the Kojin doing? Talk to me about Kojin, because that's the natural, if we're going to lean into turtle here, that's the caster leap, is that we do have turtles in the game. What is the type of magic that the Kojin use? Can that become our new caster?
Could that be a green mage? Or like, I like Teenage Mutants, so TM, Time Mage. And all this is stretch, etc. in this, at least for me. But I think essentially, though, I also like the artist, the Pictomancer that people have, because all of them are named after, famous artists. We've had, the Pictomancer as Final Fantasy VI. I think that would be really cool. Personally speaking, my hope would be Time Mage. I love the Time Mage job in Final Fantasy. They could also make it as a green based color. Like, he could do really anything they want. They could make their green mage be the Pictomancer or whatever they want to call it. So personally speaking, I think the shirt, though, in my mind represents both. It represents, it's hinting at both things for the future. And then what we'll see is obviously they'll reveal the job, one of them, and they'll have a new shirt that will help us focus in on what the final job is. Do you think they're going to show the caster first or the melee first?
I assume
we
we've
gotta
already
go.
predetermined the
Yeah.
announcement, but part of me would hope that they would go out and look at the community and they would pick the one that the community is better at guessing to leave us guessing longer on the other one. But I assume they've already picked which one gets announced at EU. We'll find out in October.
Find out in October. But now it's 10 o'clock, and I know we gotta wrap up.
I don't know. I don't know. It's
All right.
tough. It's tough.
October's not that far.
It's not that far. It's not that far. It's fun to speculate. We still haven't seen our female Roth. We still haven't seen, so there's still plenty coming this way. They save more. The trailer will get longer. It's going to be awesome. I don't know.
All right. Well, guys, thanks so much for joining us live. Chris and I got to get back to the normal work day as we both have jobs to do. So thanks so much for joining us all live. I'm going to end broadcast and wave it out. Like, sub, share, all that wonderful stuff. And we will see you next Thursday live and maybe in a couple of vlogs here and there. So